Liverpool considering shock raid on Bayern Munich. Liverpool are reportedly considering 3 possible signings from Bayern Munich this summer as Jürgen Klopp continues to explore options to strengthen their midfield. The Reds are already close to £100 million with the addition of Alexis Mac Allister and Dominic Szoboszlai. But with 4 departures announced before the end of the 2022-2023 season, the Reds boss has always planned to sign at least 3 midfielders. However, the landscape at Anfield changed even more as both Fabinho and Jürgen Henderson set out for Saudi Arabia. Longtime captain Henderson is set to sign a staggering £700,000 a week deal for Al Ettifaq. Meanwhile, Fabinho is gearing up to sign for Nuno Espirito Santo's Al Ittihad. The transfer window, described by Fabrizio Romano as a Liverpool revolution, claims both deals are expected to bring Liverpool a combined £50 million. As a result of their impending departure, Liverpool are now reportedly planning 3 more midfield additions. To that end, an exciting report released Tuesday said that Klopp has drawn up a new 5-man target list. 2 of them, in the form of Kefren Thuram and Claudio Kone, offered to multiply their trade abroad perfectly. However, 2 more options have emerged from Bayern Munich recently. Bundesliga champions are keen to ditch a string of unwanted stars as they look to fund deals for England duo Kyle Walker and Harry Kane. As a result, Ryan Gravenberch, who was on Liverpool's wanted list last summer, is now strongly linked to his transfer to Anfield. Gravenberch wasn't going to break the bank at Liverpool amid allegations he could leave for a €30 million fee. Tuesday's Europaper talk also suggests that Joshua Kimmich is back on Liverpool's radar after Bayern's U-turn. In addition to these 2 Bayern stars, a third Bundesliga champion has now been thrown into the mix. Amid allegations that Bavarians want to make money off Leon Goretzka, Klopp is reportedly looking to make a move. According to transfer journalist Graham Bailey, the star who played for the German national team 53 times entered Liverpool's radar. "We may see an exit there, but Gravenberch remains the most likely," Bailey said. "But I don't think he was in a rush to leave, so we don't see his name being tied very strongly. If Goretzka had been available, he would have been very high on United and Liverpool's list," he said. The 28-year-old actor has a number of high-end experiences. In addition to his half-century jerseys, he spent 5 seasons with Bayern, playing in 36 Champions League games and winning 13 trophies during that time. However, the series winner won't come cheap. With his contract expiring in 2026, Bayern will reportedly only consider bids in the €50 million region. Liverpool can definitely go on a transfer offensive after the departure of their 2 key stars. €50 million offer from Al Hilal for exciting Liverpool front man. There doesn't seem to be anything stopping clubs in the Saudi Pro League from recruiting the best football talent Europe has to offer right now. Again, Liverpool witnessed the targeting of one of their players. Not content with buying Jürgen Henderson and Fabinho, the league is now trying to sign a recent signing of Jürgen Klopp. While any deal believed to be in the €50 million zone is almost certain to be rejected by the Reds, the utter brutality with which Saudi clubs are trying to do business seems to have blinded everyone in Europe's top 5 leagues to some degree. They can't compete with the mega money offered to players in terms of salary, and in many cases the clubs themselves have a hard time saying no to offers for their staff, which often appear well above market value. According to Portuguese sources, Liverpool's Luis Diaz was targeted, the next Reds player whom Al Hilal manager Jorge Jesus wanted the Colombian to line up alongside Ruben Neves and Sergej Milinkovic-Savic. This is certainly a bold offer, but if Al Hilal wants to have a chance to secure Diaz, which is unlikely in any case, they will need to increase the pot significantly in terms of their bid. If they do, and the player then expresses a desire to act, it will more sharply focus the danger posed by the Saudi Pro League. As a result, clubs in Europe will not be able to advance their projects knowing that their best players will be courted by clubs that offer riches beyond their wildest dreams. After signing a £37.5 million contract from Porto in January 2022, Diaz took it by storm. Only Virgil van Dijk made such an impression after being brought to Klopp's squad mid-season. Diaz quickly made his way into the Red starting lineup, with Sadio Mane moving from his traditional left flank to a central role. So the newcomers were able to adapt. As a result, Diogo Jota and Roberto Firmino were pushed down in the pecking order. Diaz lost in both the Carabao Cup and FA Cup final victories against Chelsea, as well as the Champions League final against Real Madrid. He finished the 2021-2022 season with 6 goals and 5 assists in 26 games. It has managed to get off to a very respectable start. Despite a lackluster start from Liverpool last season, the 26-year-old was one of the few players to meet the expected standards. He had 4 goals and 3 assists before suffering a devastating knee injury at Arsenal in October. There were initial hopes that Diaz would return after the season break for the World Cup. Just 2 months after his first problem, he briefly returned to training during a training camp in Dubai, but his recovery hit the tampons and required surgery. It's clear that this is a huge disappointment for all of us, for him as well, Klopp said. Diaz came back from the bench 6 months later in their 6-1 win over Leeds United. The welcome he received from travelling fans at Elland Road was exciting, and it didn't take long for Liverpool to force him back into their 11. At the end of the season, Liverpool had 6 consecutive winning streaks, each featuring Diaz. He scored in a thrilling 4-3 win over Tottenham Hotspur, and the Reds secured what was an unexpected 5th-place finish. How Klopp praised Diaz during this victory race underlined that he was part of the Reds' plans. "Fantastic, Klopp was excited about Diaz's return. We're so excited about it, we've always been excited. He's finally back," he said. Klopp is entering next season with strong offensive options. Mohamed Salah will remain the talisman. Jota, who suffered a serious calf injury last season, has proven to be a reliable figure. Darwin Núñez, there will be hopes he's more settled in his second year at Anfield. Meanwhile, Cody Gakpo will benefit from a full pre-season with spectacular progress since his arrival from PSV Eindhoven in January. But many fans believe that the left-wing berth will be on the sidelines, just in case it all fits. He agrees he will go to Diaz for the curtain opener against Chelsea on the 13th of August. Diaz is therefore a very important figure for Liverpool. It's almost certain that Klopp won't let him sell. Of course, we'll see what changes in the coming days, but as long as Diaz wants to stay, he will continue to wear the red jersey. The £20 million Liverpool player makes a U-turn. Liverpool midfielder Jordan Henderson has reversed his decision to stay at Anfield next season after a second offer from Saudi Arabia. While it was initially thought that the odds of leaving Liverpool this summer were incredibly low, his departure now seems inevitable. This was not the first plan of the 33-year-old man, according to the information conveyed. Henderson allegedly spoke to the Liverpool hierarchy after rejecting Al Ettifaq's initial offer. The Reds captain reportedly told the club's officials that he was focused on staying at the club throughout the season. Henderson allegedly mentioned that staying at Anfield is the best option to help his chances of playing at Euro 2024. However, when a second offer came in, the captain is said to have changed his mind. Speaking to Jürgen Klopp, Henderson reportedly thought the playing time now offered at Al Ettifaq would be more beneficial than staying in place. Moving to Saudi Arabia seems highly likely to nail the coffin for Henderson's UK career. Jordan is likely to be more willing to play football next season than Klopp can promise him. There is still plenty of gas in the tank, it will take pains to prove it.